Boker Tov, Yeladin.
Boker Tov, Rabbi.
Boker Tov, Ribbit, Ribbit. All righty, everybody turn on their cameras. Camera.
Shalom.
Shalom. All right, everybody. Okay, we got Vicky and Levamia. You on the phone?
Yeah, Rabbi. Yeah.
All righty. All right, so let's start out with Sanchez Land. Ben's going to pray this morning. Then everybody's going to do the Shema. And Arlene, no, you guys went yesterday. No, I think he started the week off. Vicky's going to pray. Vicky's going to do the Shema. Vicky's going to do the 10 Commandments. Victoria.
Okay. Thank you, God, for this day. Thank you for this class, this daily devotional that we're having 4 days a week. Thank you for everyone in our lives, and thank you for giving us food and shelter, and yeah, in Yeshua's name, amen. Shema Israel, Yehovah Eloheinu, Yehovah Echad, Baruch Shem Kavod, Malkuto, Leolam Vaed. Hear Israel, the Lord our God is one God. I am the Lord your God, no gods before me. Do not use the Lord's name in vain. Keep the Shabbat holy. Honor your mother and father. Do not murder. Do not commit adultery. Do not steal. Do not lie. Do not covet.
Very good. Everybody give Victoria the big hand. The big hand. Oh, the big hand. All righty. We're going to start off a little bit more with the laws that are going on. Okay. Read Numbers chapter 5, verse 6 and 7. Midbar, Numbers chapter 5, verse 6 and 7. Read.
Tell the people of Israel, when a man or woman commits any kind of sin against another person and thus breaks the faith of Adonai, he incurs guilt. He must confess the sin which he has committed, and he must make full restitution for his guilt. Add 20% and give it to the victim of his sin.
All right, thank you very much. All right, we're going to start out with some vocabulary words and make sure that you know what we're reading here. Okay. What does it mean to break faith, Marley? What does it mean to break faith, Marley?
To break faith is like if you trust and someone just does the opposite of what you trusted, like the person promised to give, like, to bring back something that you owned, but they didn't. That's breaking trust.
Okay, did you have a time frame set up? They were supposed to bring the thing back or no?
Sorry. Yes.
Okay, so you had a, so you say breaking faith is not doing what they said they were going to do, basically? Okay. Yeshua, what does it mean to break faith?
To break faith is
like like to separate, to like break apart.
All right, that was pretty good. To break apart. Break apart, it says break faith with Jehovah. What does it mean to break faith with Jehovah, Yeshua?
It's like you 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 wanna go you break the commandments. You break the commandments and you don't wanna do good and you wanna go to you don't wanna do good and you go to hell. You did
Hadassah, what do you think it means to break faith with Jehovah?
like you don't wanna listen to God.
A little louder, please. You're pretty far away from the mic.
Like you don't wanna listen to God.
You don't want to listen to God. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Arlena, what does it mean to break faith with Jehovah?
You have to listen to God.
Well, we're talking about breaking faith with Jehovah. What does that mean?
Break.
What does it mean to break something? What happens when something breaks?
Like you break.
What does it mean, Arlena, to break something?
Wait. Say that again.
What does it mean to break something? What happens if something breaks?
Like you break. Like
What happens if you got a regular glass that's made of glass, like one of your sippy cups, and you drop it on the floor? What happens?
it breaks.
Well, what happens when it breaks? Can you describe what that means when it breaks?
Remember when I accidentally dropped glass? What happened? Oh, glass. The glass smashed everywhere.
Okay, it smashes everywhere. Can it be used again?
No, it can't be used again.
Okay, so when something breaks, it means it can't be used again. Okay, very good. Lev, what does it mean to break faith with Jehovah?
Can I say an example and my explanation?
Sure.
So, breaking faith, what it means is that you're breaking your relationship with Adonai that you used to have before. And also, my example was gonna be that breaking a relationship can be anything. Like you're a friend with someone and and they do something really bad that you don't like. And some people can even get real angry and say, I'm not being your friend anymore.
Okay, very good. So if you were to break faith with Jehovah, what would that mean? Is he going to say he's not going to be your friend anymore, Lev?
you could sin, or you could say in your prayers that, or in your mind, or whatever, or you can, but God knows everything. He knows what you have in your heart. So it's like you can either say it, sin, or I'm not sure another way.
Okay, that was pretty good.
And
That was pretty good. All right, so now that we know what breaking faith means, like Arlena gave us a good example. We broke the glass and it can't be used anymore. So when you're breaking faith, that means it's like dropping a glass on the floor or dropping a dish on the floor where it breaks into a bunch of pieces. Now, incurs guilt. What does it mean to incur guilt, Adrian?
You incur guilt. I mean, you feel guilty. He becomes guilty.
You sure?
I'm not sure what incurs mean. What incurs means exactly. So
What do you think it means in the context of the sentence? Read verse 6.
he causes guilt. His actions makes him guilty.
His actions make him guilty. Okay, let's see. Benjamin. Benjamin, what does it mean when he another and thus breaks faith with Jehovah, he incurs guilt. What do you think that means?
It means like he causes guilt. Like he
Causes guilt on what? The table?
no like when his faith is broken with God, he causes guilt to himself.
Causes guilt to himself. Okay. Now let's see what Victoria thinks. Victoria, what do you think it means when he incurs guilt? Thus breaks faith with Jehovah, he incurs guilt. What do you think it means to incur guilt?
I think it means that, like, he like he has guilt in him, like, no, he, like, when he breaks his faith with Adonai, he's like, he he maybe has guilt. I think, like, the person that broke faith with Adonai has guilt. I think that's what it means.
Okay, pretty good, everybody, about incurring guilt. It means guilt gets put on you. Incurs guilt, like you're incurring, you're getting. Okay, so when you break faith with Jehovah, that means you're getting something, guilt on you, guilt on you. Okay, incurs guilt. It means that something is coming towards you, is put on you. Okay, now in verse 7, and we'll go to Leah and Mia. He must confess the sin which he has committed. Leah, what does it mean to confess?
To tell the truth. To to tell the truth of what he has done.
Well, if he knows he's going to have to do this, why does he sin in the first place?
Cause it probably maybe I don't know. He probably just got in the way with sin, and sin took over him. And now he has to confess. So I'm not sure if people know that you have to confess your sins, but now that
Okay. So he has to tell everybody that he did this, but we don't know why he did this. What do you think, Mia?
I think the reason the person has to confess his sin is because you can't hide anything from God, really. But when you confess your sin, you have to you show that you agree on the idea that you are guilty of doing something wrong. That you admit that you did do something wrong. And it's pretty much also to embarrass you. You get embarrassed. It's when you have to confess something, you get embarrassed. So that embarrassment is to make you learn. Okay, if I do this again, then I'm gonna be embarrassed, and I don't like being embarrassed.
Then why did they do it in the first place?
This person never thought. He didn't think twice. His flesh, his flesh's desires just dragged him away to do that sin, and he didn't think twice after listening to his flesh.
Okay, you didn't think twice. All right, so everybody listen up. All right, listen up good. Because the Lord is saying that you got to confess, meaning that you got to tell everyone that you did something wrong. Okay? And when people have to tell that they did something wrong, Mia had a good word which a lot of people don't understand. Is shame. What is shame? Riette, what is shame? Start with you. Then Victoria.
Shame is a bad feeling about something, a feeling of regret.
Shame is a feeling of regret. So why do it in the first place if you're going to regret it, Riette?
Sometimes people do really bad things, but they don't get the satisfaction as they wished for.
Interesting. Very good. Very good. To articulate something so well at such a young age. Very well. Very good. Victoria, what is shame?
Shame is like when you do something and you feel bad about it.
Shame is when you do something, you feel bad about it. Why? When somebody else finds out about it, or or what?
Like, well, no, it's like when you do something and then like you see what you actually did, like you thought you didn't think about it or something, and then when you see like an hour later maybe you did something bad and you're shameful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty good. Allie Mae, what is shame, Allie Mae?
Shame is like a feeling when you regret doing something or like you're feeling embarrassed.
What's embarrassed?
Embarrassed is when you are when you're like um I know what it is, I just can't find a word to use for it.
Can't describe it.
Yeah,
What happens when people get embarrassed? Why do their faces turn red?
because they because they I guess because they were guilty.
So God makes their face turn red?
No, they make their face turn red.
Well, how do you do that?
Like whenever you get like your face gets red whenever you get angry or upset.
Well, you said embarrassed also.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So embarrassment, shame, is that what we should be able to feel when we have to confess to everybody that you were the one that causes the problems in the class? Or you're the one that makes everybody have to be quiet for an hour or something like that. Okay? Embarrassment, confession. Okay? It's also owning what you did. Owning what you did means to say, I did it. And I got to take the punishment for what you did. Now, also, we can look at this another way. Confession means that you said, "Well, I helped do something good." Somebody asks, "Well, who picked up all the garbage?" And you're like, "I did." And then you can confess to something good. Okay, and then you can get a blessing when you confess to something good. Okay, when somebody asks. Okay, Allie Mae's eating breakfast right by the window. All right, now the next part we got to do. He must confess, meaning he's got to tell everybody the sin which he committed, and he must make full restitution for his guilt, add 20%, and give it to the victim of his sin. Okay, and we should do this today, but we don't do this. Okay, let's figure out what this means. Full restitution. Leah, my mathematical wizard. What does the word restitution mean? What does restitution mean? Leah?
Sorry, restitution. It means like in return for this, like we're talking about sin, like in return for this sin, like this is what you have to give for committing that sin. It's like a repayment.
Is that a cat?
Yeah, that's my cat.
What's your cat doing?
He's meowing. He wants my attention.
Cat, what's the cat's name?
Leo.
Leo, hush up. Leo. Meow. Okay. Mia, no, Lev. Lev, what does restitution mean?
To return.
Return? What do you mean return?
To give back.
So if somebody gives you a punch, you got to give them a punch back?
In this case of restitution, let's say you steal something. In the Torah, it says you are to make restitution and give 5 of that same thing to that person.
Well, it says add 20%. Okay. So Lev and Leah were correct. The double L's were correct. Restitution means you got to give back. You got to give back 100%. Full restitution. That means 100%. That means the total of what you took plus 20%. So, Victoria, if you stole $20, how much do you have to give back? So,
20.
You stole $20. How much do you got to get back?
$20.
No, it says full restitution plus 20%. What's 20% of $20?
$10.
Allie Mae, I'm going to give you a hard one.
$10.
No, 20% of $20. What is 20% of $20?
Mm,
What grade are you in, What grade are you in, Victoria?
I'm going to 6.
Okay, you should know this. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's see. Marley. How much do they got to get back?
20%. 20%. Unmuted.
You're not muted. I'm waiting for an answer. I'm about to fall asleep. What grade are you in, Marley?
20%.
20% of $20 is what?
20% of $20. Let's see.
What grade are you in, Marley?
6th.
Sixth grade.
No, you're 11, aren't you?
Yes.
I probably think something more like 5th grade.
Okay.
What kind of math are you guys doing? Are you doing Bob Jones?
No.
Yeah, sometimes we use BJU courses. Sometimes we use MEP, which is a British studies, which is a British curriculum.
You do
Okay.
BJU.
Which is so if you had to give you stole 20 pounds, how much must you return if it's 20% of? Don't tell her. Want to see if she knows. I'll give you a hard one, Adrian. What about you, Riviette? This might be above what your age, but you're a pretty smart cookie.
Well, since 20, like, well, 20%, I'm thinking maybe 20. Well, if it was 100 of 20%, then he would be giving back 40. So, does that make it 25?
You're off by 1.
Oh, 26.
What's
Still,
20% of $20, Adrian?
yeah.
20%.
Adrian, what's 20%
You're
of
still
$20?
wrong. It's not 26.
Adrian, 20.
Adrian,
Yeah,
what's 20% of $20?
that's $4.
$4? Are you sure?
Yeah.
20% of $20? Allie, is he right?
Wait, was it 40?
Allie, help him out. Mr. Smarty Pants thinks he
Wait, was it 20 or 40?
20% of $20. What is 20% of $20, Adrian?
That's $4.
No.
4, 8,
Allie Mae, help us out.
50% of $20. There are 5 20s and 100. Oh, no, there's 4 20s and 100. 20, 80, 100. No, there's 5. Okay, so I'm pretty sure it's 5.
5?
Hmm?
Leia, help us out. Let's see if you got it.
Percent of 20 is 4.
It's 4. 4
Yeah.
goes into 20.
Yep. It's
Are you
4.
sure?
100% sure.
You sure? You're positive? You mean
Positive.
Adrian was right?
Yes, he was right.
You sure?
Yep.
You sure?
Yeah.
You positive?
Positive, positive, positive.
So how did you figure that out, Leia?
Because 20% of 20 is 4.
How did you figure it out? Give me the way that you did it, Leia.
Well, 4 times, like, how does it go? Like, I
How did you figure it out? I'm trying to.
I don't know how I figured it out.
You don't know how you figured it out. Mia, how do you figure out percentages?
Well, the way I figured out this one, 4% of 20 would be that the 10% is 2. How do I know? So for like 100%, you have to do 10 times 10. For the for 20, if you want to find 100% of 20, then you have to do 2 times 10 because it says percent means per 100. So then if it's like for 100, like 100% of 100 would be 10 times 10. But if it's for 20, 2 times 10. Because then, okay. And then the way I figured out 4% 20 is that the 10% is 2. And then I just added another 10%, which was 4.
Okay, everybody understand that? Okay. So 100% of something is, you got to think of it, you got 100 pennies. Okay, think of it this way, everybody, especially young kids. Think of it this way: 100% is 100 pennies. Okay, 1%. Okay, so let's go to Yeshua. Yeshua. What is 1% of 100? You got 100 pennies. What is 1% of the 100 pennies? 1% of 100 pennies.
1.
What is 7% of 100 pennies?
Say you answer, not my answer. What's wrong with you?
7% of 100 pennies.
Joshua?
You got 100 pennies. Each penny is 1%. So how much is 7%?
7.
Very good. Okay, what is 64% of 100 pennies?
7 more?
Say it again, please.
Say it again.
I think it's 7.
Say it. Repeat it.
40?
No. Lev, you got 100 pennies. What is 71% of 100 pennies?
71. 71.
Very good. Briette, You have 100 pennies. What is 98%?
98 pennies.
Very good. Okay, what is 14%, Riet?
14 pennies.
Marley, you have 100 pennies. What is 12%?
12 pennies.
Okay. You got 10 pennies. What is 1%?
1%. 0.1 pennies.
Very good. What is 10% of 10 pennies?
That's, you have already 10 pennies. And it's the maximum.
It's
Of-
10% of 10 pennies.
Oh, 10% of 10 pennies. Then it's 1 penny.
Very good. Let's see. Benjamin, you have $10. How much is 1% of $10?
One,
One what?
$1.
Okay, you got $100. What is 33%?
33.
Very good. Now let's try doubling it. You got $10. How much is 20% of $10?
20% of $10. Um, 22.
No.
You got $100.
You have the twos right, but you need to put something in between.
You got $10. Benjamin, you got $10. What is 20% of $10?
2.2.
How did you get 2.2?
Well, it's just like the pennies.
So how did you get 2.2 since I'm asking for 20%?
It's easy. Remember 10 pennies. $10. You're doing $10. So. So it's 20.
You got 10 pennies. How much is 10% of 10 pennies?
10% of 10 pennies is 1.
How much is 20% of 10 pennies?
20% of 10 pennies is 2 pennies.
You have $10. How much is 20% of $10?
20% of $10. $2.
Okay. Okay, now let's see. Arlena, you have 100 pennies. How much is 1% of 100 pennies?
1.
How much is 5% of 100 pennies?
5.
Very good, very good. All right, so we got to know how to do percentages, everybody. Let's move on to the next part. Oh, here we got something very bad. Okay, Allie Mae, read Bamidbar numbers 5, verse 14. Read it with feeling.
Then, if a spirit of jealousy comes over him, and he is jealous of his wife, and she has become impure, or for that matter, if the spirit of jealousy comes over him and he is jealous of his wife and she has not become impure.
Thank you, Allie Mae. Now we're going to be talking about jealousy. Let's see if we can understand what jealousy is. Marley, what is jealousy? Can you describe the spirit of jealousy?
Jealousy is sometimes if you want something that another person has, or you just want something, you know.
You just want something?
Mm.
That's what jealousy is? You just want something?
Okay, no. You want something that someone else has. Like, if a person has a Ferrari, then and the person wants that, that's jealousy.
Isn't that coveting?
Yeah.
So is coveting and jealousy different?
Not to me.
Not to you. What do you think, Riette? What's jealousy?
Jealousy is wanting what someone else has. And usually it's bad because it can also lead to many other really bad sins like murder. Sometimes the person can want to kill that person to steal the thing that person has, whatever that person has that the other person wants, or they'd want to hurt that person. They won't be nice to that person sometimes.
What's the difference between coveting and jealousy?
Well, maybe jealous is like jealousy. I feel like jealousy is like really wanting what that other person has. But coveting is like they just wish they had it.
Okay, that's a pretty good definition. Victoria, what do you think? What's the difference between what is jealousy? What is the spirit of jealousy, Victoria?
Jealousy is when someone has like got a new phone or dyed their hair or something. I don't know. And another person thinks that it's so cool and they want that, but they can't get it. So that's it's like they want to steal it from the other person, but they can't because you can't steal. So like jealousy is when it's when you want something that someone else has.
When you want something that somebody else has, isn't that more like coveting?
I think that coveting and like for me coveting, I think coveting is like jealous, but jealousy and jealous is I think it's the same thing.
Okay, so you think it's the same thing. Okay,
Yeah.
Allie Mae, what is jealousy?
I think jealousy is not when somebody wants something that the other person has.
Come closer to the mic, please.
I don't think it's when somebody wants something that somebody else has. I think it's when like they're jealous, like they're like upset about something that somebody else has. Like say like in the picture you see the two guys and the girl. That guy is hanging out with the girl and the other guy is just sitting over there by himself, not talking to them. He's jealous because he's not getting to hang out with the girl.
But he's sitting right there and their knees are touching.
But she's not talking to him.
What's she doing?
She's talking to the other guy
Where's her hand?
on his arm.
So why do you think the guy on the left is angry? He looks a little
Because,
angry, doesn't he?
yeah,
Why do you think he's angry?
because she's hanging out with him and her hand is on his arm.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Probably a bad thing.
Okay. Adrian, what do you think of this picture? What do you think? Why do you think I got this picture with the spirit of jealousy, Adrian?
Well, I mean, it looks like he's looking at the wife.
And what's the wife doing?
She's with his husband. She's with her husband.
You think the girl's with the man on the right?
Yeah.
Then why would the man on the left be like looking like he's angry? If the other two people are married, doesn't he look a little angry?
No, he wants the wife. He's
He wants
jealous.
to say again.
He's jealous, and he's probably a little upset that he didn't get her.
So jealousy leads to anger.
Yeah. The anger can lead to sin, injury, stealing, all the stuff.
What do you think, Marley? What do you think of this picture? What do you think's going on in the picture?
I guess what's going on.
What?
I get what's going on.
Well, tell us what you see. What's in your head besides all the mice?
The mice?
Yeah, the mice are running around in your head.
No, there's no mice.
Elephants,
Nope.
giraffes,
Monkeys.
Potatoes.
potatoes are running around here. I didn't know potatoes had feet.
Well, imagination, so yeah.
I guess she's Mrs. Potato Head.
Yes.
Be quiet, you all. Especially you.
Okay, come back to this. What do you see in the picture there, Marley?
The guy on the left is the husband. The woman is the wife. And it looks like she's like doing something else.
What do you mean doing something else? What's she doing with her head?
Okay, yeah. I don't know if it's right, but I would think that she would be like cheating.
She'd be what?
Cheating.
I didn't hear you.
Cheating.
Cheating what? Cheating on the test?
Husband.
What do you think, Ria? What do you think's going on in the picture?
Yeah, I also thought of that. Like, the other guy's upset because clearly she was sitting next to him, but now she's turned to that other guy she likes.
Is that right? What she did?
No, not at all.
What's she doing with her hand? What does that tell you?
She's showing that she's in love with that other guy.
And what's with the other man on the left? What do you think he's thinking?
He's probably very upset with the wife that she gave in, that she is cheating on him, that she wants to be with another man.
Do you think that she should have her hand on the other man's forearm there?
No.
Why not?
Well, it's a bit of like it's a bit of the wrong contact with him.
Okay. What do you think, Benjamin? What do you think's going on in the picture, Ben? Ben, strawberry jammin'.
Well, I think that guy is getting really like maybe mad because like he wants to know like why would you do this? And I think because that's bad and maybe he's jealous
What's bad?
doing that. Like I think committing like adultery. Is that what it is? Or is it a different one?
Well, they're just talking.
Well, you never know what can happen.
What do you see going on in the picture?
Well, I don't know which one's the husband. Is there a husband or is there a
Well, what
well
do you see? What do you see on the people's faces?
they're happy like
Who's
but
happy?
the woman and the other man,
Which one's the other man?
the
Man,
one that she's putting her head on and the arm right here, the arm on him.
what do you see with the other guy?
The other guy is like very mad. He looks like he's very mad.
So
Like
that would be called jealousy.
yes, you
Leia,
never.
What do you see in the picture?
It looks like a conversation happening between that man and woman.
Speak up a little bit, please.
It looks like they're having a conversation together.
Who?
The man and woman. And
Which man and woman?
the one in the front.
To the right or the left?
The guy on the left. I mean the right. The guy
Okay.
on the right and the woman on the left are having a conversation. And the guy on the far left looks like he's suspicious about something.
How do you tell he's suspicious?
By the way his face looks, he looks a bit concerned. Like what's happening over there.
Why? So, what kind of emotion would that be?
That would be the one the guy's feeling?
Yeah, well, like,
Okay.
tell me about the feeling of the two men that you think is going on.
Maybe he could be jealous. Maybe he's just concerned.
Concerned about what?
Like maybe the guy that's talking to the woman is married. And the guy on the far left, he could be a bit concerned of what could happen.
Well, what's she doing that's wrong?
Really nothing, but if if he was married, then that would not be nothing.
Why?
Because if you're married and a woman is like you see there, she's like kind of touching his arm, you know, that's I don't think if you were that close to a woman and it's not your sister.
What's she doing? What's he doing with his head and
He's
her
placing his
head?
head on her head.
Is that something that should be going on?
No, because that would mean like he's probably very comfortable around her. And if he, you know, like that's just not the way that goes. You
What
have
do you mean that's not the way it goes? Explain.
Like if he was married and he had a wife, he's not really supposed to be like, not that he can't be friends with women, but he can't be like physically touching like that, you know?
Gotta leave room for the Ruach HaKodesh.
Huh?
Gotta leave room for the Ruach HaKodesh in between you.
Well, let's say that he's married. Yeah, God has to be between you guys, because that whatever happening there is probably just lust, and because he's already married.
What do you think's going on in the guy on the left's brain there?
I would think he has a very concerned looking, so maybe it's like like I don't know what's going on there, you know?
Why would he care?
Because the guy's married, and I don't know. I don't know why.
They just look like they're joking around.
Maybe he wants the girl. I don't know. Jealousy, the spirit of jealousy.
Adrian, what do you think's going on in the picture?
Well, picture.
The picture.
Well, one thing's for sure. He definitely looks jealous of the man and his wife.
Why would he be jealous of the man and his wife? Aren't a man
wife
and a wife
looks
supposed to be
nice.
happy?
Because the wife looks nice.
She looks nice. Well, you like her hair?
Well, she does look like a beautiful person.
Woman.
Person, woman.
But what's going on with her knees?
No idea.
Whose knees is she touching?
I'm not. His.
His what? His on the left or his on the right?
On the left.
But she's got her hand on the man on the right.
Yeah.
So what do you think's going on?
I mean, there could be some adultery happening somewhere.
Yes, there is.
Who said yes, there is?
Me.
Miss Marley. All right. All right. Good class today, everybody. We'll get to more of this tomorrow. All right. Let me close this up.
Yes.
All right. Let me close this. And okay, let me make sure we get everybody up on the screen. Okay. I'm thinking of a number from 1 to 10. Let's see. Lev, 1 to 10.
4,
Nope. Mia?
5,
Nope. Victoria?
3,
Nope. Riette?
7,
Nope. Benjamin?
9.
Nope. Yeshua?
3.
Nope. Riette?
2,
Nope. Let's see. Marley?
10.
Nope. Mia?
6,
Nope. Allie?
7,
Nope. Lev?
8,
Nope. Benjamin?
10.
No. Where you at?
1.
Yup, you got it. You close our class in prayer.
Lord, I thank you that we could do a devotional. Thank you for this wonderful, valuable lesson we have learned today. I pray that we won't end up like the people in this picture when we grow up. And I pray that we won't be jealous of other people and that we will share our things. And I pray that we all will finish schoolwork quickly and then we can play. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Have a good day, everybody.
Ah,